Hello, hello. Welcome back to another race. This week we will be in Monaco. Oh, for goodness sake, everything's breaking on me. Once again, nothing ever works. I don't know why I try. Every single time I do this, it doesn't work. I just need to go up the stream link and then... No, that's not where the button was. Now I need to open up this again. Okay. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. I am warm, as I'm sure a lot of people are today. It is insanely hot. It's cooler than last week, but that doesn't make it that much better, unfortunately. So I'm just making sure everything is correct as it stands. Where's my other racing bull? Anyone else without a player name? No, only two. Oh, it's very warm. I am dying. Hopefully the stream quality should be better today. Well, game quality. I was also seeing it as for FPS. It was not very fun. I can tell you that on my side. Yeah, I hope everyone's looking forward to a nice 39 laps of Monaco. I should say there's a couple more because Monaco, as we know, is typically decided in qualifying. However, we've heard things from both Rush and Matt that today they plan to show off the fact that you can in fact pass in Monaco. Got 15 out of the 22 racers we should have. Looks like Eason got disconnected because I'm only seeing one Mercedes now, and I believe that Eason was the other. Come on, soon. Just watch your team win, you know? Just put everything behind your team. Are you looking forward to Monaco then, Kayla? I had to turn off my actual fan because it was way too loud last time I was streaming, I noticed. Now you just get the, you just get my actual computer fan. Nice, Spoon. I thought you were team principal. Oh man, I'm getting things mixed up again. Nice one. Why would you choose this? Why did you choose this? Oh man. Oh, your real race. Sorry, there's a person called Spoon as well. And unfortunately, YouTube, in their magnanimous glory, decided to show your sign-up name and not, like, you know, your display name. So I see Spoon, I think you're the Spoon in the Discord. Yeah, and you should choose Spa 18 times. That's the correct choice. Anyway, has anyone else joined? Can I... That doesn't have a name just yet. Let me have a look. Don't know why I pulled it on top of the names. I can't see that. Nope, everyone can stay. Oh, no, an Aston Martin. F1 Alex, I believe that is... Yep, F1 Alex. And now I've lost it. There we go. I only have to do these grid overrides because some people decide to not have their thing on the right telemetry settings. Well, you're hot and high. And also not a very fun race. Right, so are we starting with 18? Is this what we're staying with? I suppose we will have to see. Let me just make sure I have stream race, stream quality, and off. Perfect. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna lose the chat for a second, don't worry. Don't worry, it'll be back shortly. Oh god, I have so many things I need to look at. I need to look at... Actually, no, I don't need to look at my stream. I can have the stream chat on my phone now. Yippee! Nope, that's YouTube music. I'm stupid. Okay, here we go. That's one, that's two. And now display capture should be on, correct. And now I can have the Discord on top. Perfect. Oh wait, how do I get the stream? Oh no. I'll do this. Okay, it looks like I do have to have the stream chat up on this side. Looks like we're getting into quali now. I will be able to see you typing shortly. There we go. Okay. Well, while we get in, I will pour myself a little drink, keep myself cool, as I'm sure all of you are trying to do so for yourself. I recommend hydration breaks like we have in the World Cup. But this actually has a reason. It's actually warm, and they aren't even doing anything physical anyway, you know? England, of course. That's who we're supporting in the World Cup. What a stupid question. Oh, I'm getting errors. This is a great thing. Thank you, Racing League Tools, for deciding to just throw 17,000 errors at me. And what the fuck? I just tested this literally 5 minutes ago. I'm very sorry, Theo. I'm gonna need another. Actually, Justin, you have me. Do you mind? Do you mind inviting me back in? Actually, I'm gonna try something real quick and see if it works. I'm very sorry for this. I literally just tested this and it was fine. Yeah, no, this is not running at proper FPS for some reason, and I have no clue why. Yeah, everything is good. Now I feel like a dickhead. I just tested this. Thank you, Justin. Okay. Hopefully this time we will have proper FPS and everything will be fine. Everything is not fine. It's dog shit still. I do not know what's going on with this game. Only thing I could think to do is restart the game, and that's gonna be even more time. I might do it in between qualifying sessions. So anyway, let's just go into the first queue quali with this. Very sorry. And there's another person without a name. Well, currently it's Joseph. It says Joseph Dunrock or something like that. I don't know. He's not got a name on. Fuck, I'm gonna have to turn this on just so I can find his name. TTN Joseph is currently pole sitter with a 111 2.28. Only about a tenth up on Nate, and that's a tenuous tenth. But it's enough to be a bank lap for sure. Considering that the past Nate, it's a 7/10 and then another second. It's a quite widespread for our first laps. People in the 20-second mark. Over the 20-second mark. That's not what you want to be seeing in Monaco, which is typically like a pretty standard time is a 1:12. There we go. There's Rush Racing rushing to the top, setting a 1:11.5. And another change in places with Eason setting a 1:11.333. Good luck to him. Gotta love a nice recursion. I guess not really a recursion, just a continuation. Matt sets a 6th fastest time, not broken into the 11s yet. As it stands, the only person to really set a slow time is Minimaster and Awkward. Minimaster does not seem to have been... I need to get... Oh dear. Sorry, I forget that lap data is... nothing is enabled by default. That does not mean anything. Right? There we go. So currently on laps right now, well, we do have Theo, who is still in Sector 1, 4 seconds slower than something. Oh, he's invalidated his lap time. That doesn't matter at all. Justin setting pretty good time, considering that he picked this track. You would hope he's setting good times. Already has a bank lap. I don't know if he's improving or not. Let's have a little bit of a bounce off the wall there, it sounded like. Justin is 2 seconds slower. He must be going in towards the pits now. That's up. Theo will be going towards the pits, as I think will Daniel. Can I get someone who's on a flying lap? Cronin doing it on mediums. That's a very interesting choice. Do have Abdu, who has set... Let's have a quick look. A 19.1 in the first sector. That is not bad at all. Second fastest first sector. No. Sorry, I forget, it only compares to their self when it comes to that, aside from times. Aside from purple sectors, that is overall. However, that is not too bad. We also have Killa, who has set... or has been going a 19 second first sector. Jesus, I cannot speak. I do going into sector 3 right now. In sector 3 right now. Just 2 real corners to go. Technically 3, but there's a little chink at the end. We'll put it just behind Minimaster. Well, it's hard to be just behind. It's hard to be any worse than Minimaster when you set the slowest time. Oh, it didn't even count the lap. He must have invalidated at some point. But the person racing behind him in the Alpine, Killa, has set the 6th fastest time in that 1:11 slot. Will anyone break into 1:10? I don't know if it's possible in these cars. Going a little aggressive, a little slap on the wall it looked like. And into the pits for Flame. And we have Matt on an out lap right now. We'll follow him as we go around unless someone is onto a flying lap. There is, and that is Lukajanov. On a fresh pair of soft, it looks like. Did he improve, though, is the question to ask. And yes, he did. Half a second faster in Sector 1. That is quite a nice improvement. Although he needs to make up almost almost 2 seconds, honestly, across the board to be competing with those top contenders of Joseph and Eason. And also Nate. There's only 400ths of a second between Nate and Eason. I don't know why I avoided Nate. Another improvement by 0.3 of a second. Where will he put it? He will put it in 6th, just in front of Killer by 1/10 of a second. Tight margins here. Do you have Matt coming through now into Sector 3, just behind, I believe, a Cadillac. No, that might be a Haas. Either way, they're in the pits. But Matt did not set a great time. Is he going for another flying lap? Is the question here. Is this his true pace coming out now? Couple more people coming out of the pits now. Minimaster, Galaxy, and Rush are on their outlaps for this go around. Let's have a look at Matt right now. Matt currently 11th on the board. Improved by 1/10 in the first sector. Not a great improvement, but there is an improvement to be stated. Only the game may say it was a 1/10 improvement, but I'm seeing on Racing League Tools that it was only a 4,000th of a second improvement in Sector 2. Only improves by one place, one position. Let us have a look at Rush now that he's onto his lap now, already improving, it looks like. Setting the fastest Sector 1 by almost 1/10 of a second. Nate is saying they should be doing 109s. I believe. Oh yeah, no, Daniel, it is very warm. I've had to turn off my fan because it was interfering with the microphone. Another improvement by 6,000 of a second, so he will go fastest, but still not in that breaking that 110. But 3/10 up on the competition is a good place to be in Q1. Matt is still out. Is he still? No, what is he? He's not improving. He's just going round in circles. Did he overload in fuel? Sorry, I'm just gonna move over a little bit to have a look. And the answer to that question is a resounding, I don't know. He only has a lap and a half of fuel left now. It did improve by 4,000ths of a second in Sector 1. Let's see if this is his true pace here in Sector 2. Or if he's just driving for the sake of practice. Okay. Improvement of 1.5 tenths. And now he goes into the pits. He was improving this time, but he decided to go into the pits. I don't get this guy. Need to pick his brain about that later. Harrison G Gamer going through Sector 2 right now, improving by 8/10 here. In the V carb. I don't even know what to say. That was just a very clean Sector 2 and 3. Sorry, I was expecting a little bit of scraping or something from there. It looks like Theo has decided he's peaked at his 112 and wants to go again when he has further more time in Q2, which he does look to be saying in. That is a very quick time from Awkward now. Jumping up into P2. Killer is out. He's currently 9th. He is not improving. I think he may have just been on a lap. Slow Stage is out on his out laps, as is Serbin. Abdu has just started his hot lap. And Galaxy shouldn't be too far behind. Nope, that is... I am looking at the wrong car. That was Sawyer, I believe. No. That was Slow Stage coming out behind Abdu. Not a good first sector for him. Not too clean around the hairpin either. He lost out a little bit of time in Sector 1, and I do not think he's going to make it up here unless he takes the chicane very neatly. And honestly, he does just that. Rode the curb, I think, to the limit there at that point. Gaining... Well, it says it's a purple sector. It is not a purple sector. I misread it. But that was an improvement of 4/10 and a final... well, his first actual passing of the line here, and he goes to 15th. I believe there was no real improvement there, but Slow Stage is now coming around to the hairpin. I'll have a little look at this. Slow Stage has improved in Sector 1 by a 10th. It seems like people are finding 10ths here and there. Serbin also found a little bit of time in Sector 1. And a little bit in Sector 2. Did not find as much as I think he was hoping to in Sector 3. But 6th fastest is a hard thing to balk at. Going around into the final corner now. Pulling off just in a 16th. Oh no, 13th. Very nice. The thing in the top right does not update as fast as my one. Right, with this over, I am very sorry. I am going to restart the game. And hope it works better. I will need another invite to the session when it's back up. Shouldn't take me too long. I just need to... Well, I just need to get out and back in. I'm so eloquent. Should only be using 1/10 of my speed on the game. Right. If someone wouldn't mind, I would like an invite back into the game. Yeah, as it stands, Rush Racing is first in Q1, followed by the McLaren of Joseph, Awkward, Eason, Nate, Serban, a Racing Bull of some kind. Doesn't have a name, doesn't have his thing set up. Very nice. Yes, that is correct. The person behind the unknown name is Killa. Fan favorite, of course. Now let's see what the problem is. Can I fix it? Is there an issue here that I actually have control over? Yeah, I can just remove the ability for Canary to exist. I can already tell you this is not fixed. I'm so pissed. And I don't even know why. Yep, I am very sorry. I did try to fix it. I even tried restarting the game, but we have a lot of people going on their outlaps right now. Let me just get my stuff up. Right, so yeah, I just need to add the name of Joseph to my board, and we should be good. Sorry. Player. Those ones are covered. There's Cronin. There's another player, I know this. There's a McLaren. There he is. Joseph. Save. There we go. Grid penalty for minor collision in lap 1. Okay. We love to see it, I'm sure. But Nate going on the flying lap now. I believe they were... Let's have a quick gander at who we have. Nate first out, first to bank a lap here. I'm once again very sorry about this. I was literally in a random lobby and I had none of these issues. I wonder if it's because I'm also screen capturing the game. Nate doesn't have a front wing. But that won't stop them from setting our first real... Oh. We have our first retirement from Killa. Would you like to... Would you like to say anything? And we also have Matt coming up here. Matt and Cronin both set pretty respectable times. Theo in third currently, that's very nice to see. Oh, yeah, you don't need to say anything else. Eason setting fastest sector 2. That is good to see. Anyone else currently, let's just move this over here so I actually have full. Yeah, the qualifying gap is tight. 2 people are now in the 110s. High 110s, but 110s nonetheless. Sermon's going sick fastest. Let's try and get Abdu. There he is. Setting 10th fastest. He's out of the drop zone as it stands. Although some people have yet to bank laps. And he also kind of has the gimme of Killer bidding it out of the chicane. He did the thing out of the chicane. You don't like to do the thing out of the chicane. That's not good for you. We do have Nate coming out now. Still no front wing, or nose for that matter. Who needs aerodynamics when you have weight loss, right? Abdu, the other Red Bull, is corner cutting to get back to the pit lane, I'm assuming faster. Or maybe he's really wanting to get on with another lap without boxing. Letting Nate go by shouldn't have impeded anyway because well... Oh, Nate's into the pits anyway. Interesting. It's hard to tell when people are on outlaps and people who are not. But we do have Harrison Gamer fastest Sector 1 by 1/100th of a second. Slower in Sector 2. But it is an improvement for them. Coming around Sector 3 now, just the final 2 corners right now, just the wide banking, well, less banking, but more sweeping turn improves to P3. We also have Abdu on a lap and making personal improvements to 2 points. Almost 3/10 up on his first sector, and he's invalidated lap times. That's very unfortunate. I'm sorry for spectating. This happens sometimes. We will watch. Actually, we will watch Joseph. Oh, I switched to him and he bins it into the wall. Luckily, he does not take any damage from what it looks like. Okay, that's just another invalidated lap for Gain. That's fine. P7 for Joseph. That's what you like to see. P6 for Slow. Also what you like to see. Matt's just gone out. Oh, just started his flying lap. You like this? You like to have a little bit of competition going. Matt has yet to actually set a proper time that I think is representative of his skill level. Shouldn't have been impeded by that Audi behind. Looked like they were well off the racing line, so no harm, no foul. Looks to be a 2/10 improvement for 3/10 improvement. Actually, now that I'm reading this correctly, it's closer to 3 than it is to 2. Improvement for Matt. Now 7 seconds faster than Daniel. We'll be able to keep this up and continue improving. Currently no purple sectors, but that should be fine to set a fast time. And wouldn't you know it? 4 fastest as it stands. We still have 6.5 minutes left on the clock. There's plenty of time for another couple of runs to go. Let's have a look at... Lukajanov has just started his lap. And Rush is on his outlap. Hello? There we go. Serban on his lap as well. Eason is that time to be in Sector 1, and Luka Janov loses traction and sends it into the wall in the middle of the straight. Well, straight-ish. Not a great time to be Luka Janov. Is Serban faring any well? No, he has lost time. Corin, however, gaining time. Swings and roundabouts, right? Joseph has invalidated his lap time due to track limits. What can you do? Luka Janov wants to get back to the pits as soon as possible so he can repair that damage he received to his front wing. And while that's going on, Cronin is making his way downtown. Driving fast. Justin improving by 4/10 over Luka Janov's banked lap. Going around the final corner now with Cronin. He will go sixth fastest. Now it's up to Justin to solidify, I say, to put up another time. We do have Rush in it, setting a fastest sector of 3, but is 1/100th of a second off of Eason. A hard one to beat. Speaking of Eason, he's currently on another flying lap. Improved his previous best, setting a purple sector 1 by 3/100ths of a second. Fastest sector 2, 3/10 up on his previous set time. Will he be able to take this all around? He had to go around the outside of the the Alpine, driven by someone. It was either Theo, I would say Theo, considering that he is around that time, sets a new fastest track time at 1 minute, 10 seconds, and 500 of a second. I unfortunately did not see how it occurred, so I hope it wasn't anything too damaging to yourself, I should say. And I hope you were able to get a couple of times in. Killa, have you heard of water? Pour that on yourself. Justin lost a second, 1.8. Abdu is improving on his first sector. Will be able to get out of the drop zone. Although I'm kind of more interested in Luka Janov, who crashed on his previous attempt. Not only crashed, he crashed on this upcoming straight down towards the hairpin. 7 thousandths of a second up, but it is a yellow sector for himself. It is not an improvement. Abdu all over improving himself as we go. But does not... What happened to Abdu? Oh, something must have happened just there. just as we get to where Schumacher put it into the wall by accident. There it is. Well, missed the corner, I should say. Didn't really put it into the wall. And that is a sick fastest for Lukajanov. He has secured his position in Q3. There's 50 seconds left. Anyone on the track right now has to make it to that start-finish line if they want to start one more attempt. Speaking of starting one more attempt, we have both Joseph and Slow on their attempts respectively. There's a personal improvement from Joseph, currently the bottom of the board aside from our two DNFs. Never mind, Abdu is bottom of the board despite two DNFs. Never mind. I can't read, I can't see. But that was an improvement of 9/10 of a second overall so far. He will not break the 110 mark, but will go sixth fastest. Slow Stage had a bad sector 2, but still enough to... No, not good enough to improve. Got Serban going around the hairpin in his Haas right now. Improving on his time, but not by too much. About 300th of a second. He is... Ooh. That Ferrari, I would definitely say, is impeding. It did... There's only one Ferrari in the track, and he's DNF'd. What's happened here? Does Tier 2 qualifying matter in a combined system? That is unfortunate to see. It looked like he kind of just got fucked by potentially AI car. Let me see what's happening in the chat to see what has been said. Yep, that was the Ferrari AI. So as it stands, it's Rush Racing, Eason, Nate, Matt, Joseph, Lukajanov, Daniel, Theo, and Cronin into Q3. I might be insane. But is this 3 for 3 for Theo qualifying, getting to Q3? Is this where he is now? Before, he never even used to set times in qualifying. Now he's just getting to Q3 every single time. What's going on here? Am I missing something? Is this 3 times in a row for Q3 Theo? Q3-0? Okay, so out first is Matt. Let's see if I can find him. Until we get a actual place, it seems like it's just doing it in random funny order. Matt is number 8. Let's go. Oh, it's Theo needs an invite. Sorry. I'm bad at reading. Never mind, someone got him. Sorry. I'm very bad at reading. But the first one to bank a lap this day will be Matt. Oh, which one did you not get to Q3 on? Was it... No, because I'm pretty sure you got to Q3 in Spa. So was it last week you didn't get one? Oh, you did pretty, I thought you did pretty good in Spa. Whoa, purple sector 1 from Matt. This is definitely not because he's the first driver on track. Instantly taken by Rush. Ah, okay. Feels like Matt is not as comfortable on this track, or he is not too happy with his build today, because he's normally a little bit quicker than he is here. We'll see if that Sector 2 time stands as the purple. It does not. Rush will be taking it from him. Matt goes a 1:11.7. Rush already setting the 110s. That's Theo out on track. He was a little delayed because he had to be re-invited. Not my fault, by the way. Nothing's ever my fault. Nate really does have the makings of a good time here. Purple Sector 1, and it's not a slouch of a Purple Sector 1. It is 600ths of a second faster than anyone else. Sector 2 times, though, only a green. Rush does remain top of that category, and will go 400ths of a second slower. Eason, though, 2 purple sectors already. We'll be able to keep it up into Sector 3. Does have someone in front of him, but he will. A 1:10.40.488. Very nice. Let us have a quick gander at who could be doing something here. Oh, would you look at that? It's the prodigal son who's returned. Theo. He's a little bit like Lance Stroll. If the conditions are right, you can't count him out. Only 200ths of a second below Eason. If he can keep up the pace and only have that behind him, he's on track for a cracker of a lap. Joseph now starting his time. Should be just getting towards the straight before the hairpin. Yes, he is. Seems like quite a few people have different... Rush actually retakes fastest lap. It didn't come up on my timing, but it seems like he mostly improved. Ooh, a little bit of a slap as we go around the final corner. He was setting a respectable time. So second off of second and a 3/10 off of the pace of the leader. That leader is fighting hard. Joseph, despite not having any purple sectors, is only 2/10 down as we go into sector 3 now. Coming up to the final set of corners here. Both right-handers. He goes only 2/10 slower. 2.5 tenths slower. But that puts him in P3. The top, I'd say the top 4 are quite evenly distributed. About 2/10 between each. But let's see what is happening otherwise. Thea will be going back to the pits this lap. Cronin, I'm unsure what he is doing. This could be an out lap for him. Or it could be an in lap. I may have just missed his lap. Who knows? You never do with me. All I'm thinking of is what I will have to drink, as it is exceedingly hot. Considering I'm not seeing any timing, sector times, or timing colors, I feel like this is an outlap for him. But nothing wrong with that. Everyone needs to do them. It's like going to the toilet. Oh, did you get kicked out of the race? Or the race, the session? If so, which one's your name? And I'll invite you back in. Alright. Cronin is now on his time. A little slam along the outside wall as we go around turn 1. Bit of a harsh braking zone through here. A little chicane. Nowhere near as bad as the chicane out of the tunnel. I don't remember any of the corner names. I just know that this is a hairpin. And he has taken it quite wonderfully, in my opinion. He's improved 3/10 on sector 1 alone. We'll have to see how far he is behind Rush as he goes into the sector 3. Past the sector 3 timing. Ooh, that was either lag or a big shunt into the wall. 6 tenths down on Rush is nothing to be too alarmed about, although that was a slower sector 2 time than his previous best. Both Rush and Matt going in. Looks like he was not happy with the fact that he had a little bit of a bounce off of that wall and has decided to abort his lap to get one more good one in while there's still time. 100th off of his personal best lap. Matt is improving though by a pretty good margin. That's another 2/10 improvement. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, I'll invite you as soon as I can. How long have I been silent? Okay, now you're just not even saying anything. Why are you all silent now? Yeah, sorry. I was reaching for my water bottle and I didn't want to hear you. I didn't want you to hear me gulping down fucking a liter and a half of water. And I suppose I forgot to unmute afterwards, which is really unfortunate. I think that was some of my best work yet. Guess you'll never hear it. Fuck off. It wasn't halfway through, was it? I'm gonna lose it, dude. I need to just plug some headphones into my microphone so I know when I'm muted. Because I'm pretty sure, like, I was switching to the right people at the right time. I was like, oh, I think I'm doing good. I think I'm doing good. Just for me to find out I'm muted. I'm losing it. If only I remembered to sleep instead of watching Pirates of the Caribbean until 5 a.m. Don't worry, this time I knew I wasn't saying anything. I was pouring myself a nice cold glass. Oh. Oh. I heard one beep. And it is straight into the race, it seems. We are going full racing here. Let's get rid of all this shit. Oh, well, seems like there was a little bit of an incident between Alex and Justin at the start. Both of them were facing different directions that were not the correct ones. A little bit of bashing going on here. A couple of places being traded as we go through the tunnels. Oh, Galaxy is falling behind quickly as we go over a nice little panoramic shot of the marina. Unfortunately, that's not what I want to see. I want to see racing. I don't care how nice everything looks. We know it looks nice. It's Monaco. We do have a little bit of a split fuel load situation going on here. Most people are running 32 laps of fuel. I'm going to switch over to Daniel because it looks like he is making way. A little bit of a shunt into Abdu. Hopefully that seems like it didn't affect anyone too much. But yeah, we have a little bit of a split fuel strategy with some people running around 32 to 33. We have someone on 36 laps of fuel. and one Lukijanov, as always. Ooh, a lovely pass going out of the tunnel there on Abdu from Daniel. Damn, Daniel. We have Lukijanov running a light fuel as seems normal. He's not the only one though. Minimaster is set at 27.7 laps of fuel as it stands. Do have a little bit of a rush race going from, well, rush into Eason. 2 tenths behind is not much at all. Matt does just pass. Make a pass on Joseph. It's switching back and forth now. Joseph is the one to win out as we go through here. I love 2 FPS physics. We're setting a fastest sector 1 here, making use of the slipstream on Eason. So I just need to do this so I can see gaps at all times. There we go. Ooh, a little bit of a lockup here. Trying to get a nose around the inside. Not enough distance closed to make it feasible. But is there enough speed gained on the straight? No, there isn't. That Mercedes will stay ahead. Do have a couple other tight gaps in, I believe, 13th Harrington and the Alpine of Killa. They are trading blows. Killa has sent him into the wall, I think. I think there was not enough space there. But it does not mean he won't try again on the inside of the hairpin. But he loses too much speed, allowing Killa to stay ahead. 3-second time penalty for Harrison. Ooh, a big corner cut by Harrison. Just completely ignored the chicane, doing a George Russell. Now he's got 13 seconds of penalties already. Oh my goodness. I'm actually gonna go back to Nate. Looks like Harrison's race is already over and Slow Stage is in the pits. Running around, Nate is just past Joseph now. Or is staying just ahead of Joseph. 0.2 seconds is all that's like separates them. But going around the hairpin, it looks like Nate has been able to get a better line to get that exit into the tunnel. Coming into the chicane, no, this is what actually matters. Everyone taking that very similar lines. Another corner cutting warning, or another 3-second penalty for Harrison. Already up to 16 seconds of penalties. You don't want to see that. Through here, I am starting to see a little bit of separation in the packs. We're sort of having our distinct groups forming. You have Awkward looking to close in on Killa ahead. It's not too much separating them. Only a second, or only half a second now. There's a second going across that start-finish straight. DNF from Harrison. Justin is unfortunately 32 seconds behind anyone else. He is in a race of his own. the groups are not really closing up much at all. They are definitely starting to peel apart into their distinctive groups. But we do have... Sorry, that is the wrong person. Where am I looking? There it is. It's Awkward and Killer fighting at it again and again. In the pits goes Joseph. Losing a bit of on-track position here. But Awkward will be going around the outside. Ooh. A little bit of contact with the wall there, Killer. I guess it's better than track limits for you then. Don't really get penalties for slamming yourself into the wall. Do get penalty points though. If you deliberately do so. Which currently is our closest gap. Aside from a little bit further down the track, we also have... I fucking can't tell. We have Alex chasing down Minimaster. But that's not as cool as Samurai and or Killa and Awkward. We are now only separated by 0.2 of a second, and it's closing. Getting down as low as 1/100th of a second there. The marginals do not matter that much, but as we come onto the start-finish straight, it will make the difference whether or not a pass is possible. And once again, this lap, it's a no. At the front, it's a similar situation where there's just not really a gap to lunge for. Going for a little bit of a wider entry, sharper exit from Rush here. Trying to beat out Eason. Looks like Matt just overtook Awkward. It looks like he may have went into the pits. Oh, a little bit of tires reaching. Let me have a little quick look. No, it doesn't seem like anyone went into the pits. It seems like Awkward is having some trouble. He is sideways on the track. He had a little bit of collision with Minimaster, I believe. Yep, he is in a bad way. Let us have a look at what his wing looks like. It looks to be fine from this perspective, but he is sliding all over the place. Oh, his wing is not fine. He is trying to get back on to the right side of the right direction even. It's having to do 3-point turns. This is not something the F1 cars were built for. This may cause a safety car with an obstruction on the track. Killer has lost out position to Joseph. It will be hard fought to get it back. I don't think he wants to drop out of the top 10 on what he said is a great track for him. His words, not mine. Awkward has DNF'd. I don't blame him. After spending 30% of the track turned around, I would not be very happy. Unfortunately, it seems like Killa is losing out to Joseph. He cannot gain enough speed to catch him. After just being passed by him this lap, he's already dropped back by a second. 2 seconds now. Currently, this field is spread out by over almost 50 seconds. There's just Justin overtaking Minimaster. Although this may go back the other way again. No. Never mind. Something happened to Minimaster. He's not in a good place. That is the other Audi in the pits now. Both Audis have pitted at this moment. So far, I believe they are 2 of 3 people to a pit so far. I may have missed another one. But we will see when the infographic updates. So outdo for 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Gotta not cross those white lines. Even among the top 3, it does not look like the gap is getting closer. Nate is falling back to over a second now. Joseph is now past Abdu. Another pass on track I miss into turn 1. Don't worry, guys. I'll get the next one, I'm sure. Alright, that is Matt DNF'd. Do we know where he DNF'd? No. Mini Minister is down but not out. He's staying in this regardless. Looking at the tire wear I am seeing, a couple of these mediums are going to have to pit sooner than others. The main ones that will need to pit is Abdu, who is famous for letting his tires go until they pop. And, ooh, side by side goes Rush and Eason. We get another attempt here going into the hairpin. I really think it's too risky. He's currently leading the championship. This is Rush I'm talking about. If he wins here today, he will put himself very far ahead of Matt, who is DNF'd, currently in second. The other person who should probably pit soon is Serban and Galaxy. They both are running at over 50% on their mediums. Right, how are the gaps looking? It is Joseph closing in on Cronin ahead. Only 1/10 between the two as we go towards the start finish right here. Just 2 corners, and then there's a great overtaking opportunity. He's going around the outside, and he does make another move. This Joseph guy's unstoppable at overtaking in Monaco. Maybe doing it at the start finish straight and turn 1. But can you blame him? It is Monaco. Well, speaking of overtaking, looks like Alex just got beaten out by Justin. I keep losing timing for 2 of my cars. I cannot seem to find them. But they are very much pushing now. It will be a game of chicken to see who pits first. "10-second stop and go penalty for Minimaster. That is salt to the wound. But you can't ignore those blue flags, man. They're blue. They're blue. You can't just ignore them. Speaking of can't just ignore them. Unfortunately, Theo did not make it past on track. He was looking to make up a good low position there, closing in on Serban, but unfortunately Serban dived into the pits. Speaking of in the pits, so is Killa. Serban went on to hards from mediums, and Killa is on to mediums again, it looks like. No, he was on hards before, I do believe. Theo does come out just behind, does close in just behind Cronin. Only 3/10 behind him. Might be able to force an error out of him. Cronin is closing off that angle of attack. And go in through here. He is close enough where onto the start-finish straight. It may be enough. Another warning for track limits for Abdu. He is not able to make a move. Daniel in the Ferrari is closing in on Serban now. A little bit of a scuffle between the two of them during qualifying, due to a little bit of an incident with AI continuing to drive slowly. Theo needs another invite. No wonder he couldn't overtake, because he was a bot. Yes, I'm inviting Theo. I was doing it as soon as you said it. Now, where was I? Oh, shit. Rush Racing and Easton are going side by side through towards the hairpin. Easton is still barely ahead, just a wheel width ahead. As we go through now into the hairpin, on the inside is Rush, and he is braking later, forcing Easton onto the outside. He may even get overtaken by a second here with the Red Bull just behind, but no. Easton wins out in the end as we go through the tunnel. It's so tight. Between the three of them, it's only 2/10. This is a little bit of a corner cut, a cheeky corner cut. I do not believe he should be able to keep that position. The only reason he was able, I guess he couldn't make it otherwise. However, by taking that route, he is invariably ahead now. He gained about 4/10 of a second on Rush Racing, and by extension, Nate. Ooh, a little pass from Killa. Let's go, Killa. Rush Racing is now into the pits. He should come out around 7th. No, he will come out 6th. As Corin himself has also come into the pits. Haha, come. Oh, I was a little bit too... Oh, Abdu has finished the race now for himself. He has had 19 seconds of penalties before he decided to end it. Not unreasonable, in my opinion. Although I do prefer to see many racers to the end, even if they are getting passed on blue flags. He is still chasing down... still chasing down Eason. And just... Ooh! That was a cheeky move, if I do say so myself. Go around onto the final turn into start-finish straight. I think that was really well played. Never mind, I got confused because there were 2 Mercedes there. The Mercedes are quite dominant here. Still, our new race leader currently, Nate Rotax, as their in-game name is. Minimaster is now 16th, even though he's left out. Let's go. That's our GOAT. That's my GOAT. Like half these people are my GOAT, I swear. Look at John has done a really good job to only be 6 tenths behind the current race leader and he is managing his tires fairly well. He's at 58% on those hards, or sorry, 48%. He won't have to box for another 2 or 3 laps with how he normally manages his tire wear. Now we have had a couple more changes. Theo onto the hards, Kilo on the mediums, Galaxy on the hards, and Minimaster on the hards. The rest I can't tell. All I know is that one of the Mr. Slow Stage is up to 55% onto his mediums. A little bit of a track limits warning for Ooh. What happened there? I definitely didn't see them pass on track, but they passed in the timing. Well, this is extremely close. Now going through the hairpin once again, this might be another replay of what Rush did to Eason, who, by the way, is now behind Rush because of the undercut. Not by much, but only 0.4 of a second. It's enough to have a little bit of breathing room. We saw how long Eason was able to hang on for himself. Currently, there is a small battle going on for first. It seems like Lucajano's hard tires are starting to fall away, but so should Nate's. They were on a pretty similar tire wear path, if I remember correctly. 51 versus 54. Nate actually should be there. You can see it now. 54% tire wear on those hards from Nate. It is a matter of time before both of them dive into the pits. Going by gaps as well, it really seems to only be between first and second and fifth and fourth are the only ones that really have any meaningful gaps between the two. And this is fighting for first place. Well, first pit between the two of them. Oh. What happened with Sawyer? They were not that close a second ago. Rush is closing in that gap set by himself. I don't know why I'm saying set by himself. But between the two of them, it is a personal best for... Ooh. Fastest lap set by Eason. That was about 0.05 of a second faster than Rush's previous best. And overall, about 3 seconds faster than anyone else in the grid. Other than, well, Rush. Man, I feel like I'm getting delirious. I'm just watching these guys go right to left to right. And he is definitely not helping. Look down, only 0.2 behind as we go through final corners now. Really be able to actually get his nose stuck in there. Or will he have to take the back seat for one more lap? Going around the outside, it's closed off by Nate. There's just not much you can do there. Aside from be a little bit faster coming onto this. And good lord, he's trying. Little collision with... Who the fuck is car? Oh yeah, look at that. Whoops. I'm staring at them and I didn't remember their name in game. That's Daniel in the pits. going from used hards to maybe another set of mediums. That's Rush past. Ooh, a little squirrely around there, but Rush is past Joseph now. He's now if he can maybe make a little gap to Eason. Now he doesn't have to worry about being directly chased by him. A little bit of scrape. I'm sure it's not as bad on their side as it is on mine. Joseph is not able to catch. He's going wide around here, letting Eason past. He is not fighting that. Going side by side through towards the hairpin again. And Luka Janov spun. Spun and recovered it. And now he's slotting himself right behind Rush. Again, creating an obstacle for Eason. But as teammates, will he let them pass, as the fresher tires are most definitely faster? Will he be incentivized to play the team game here? But there's a VSC. This is the perfect time for both Nate and Luka to dive into the pits. They're both on 22 lap hards. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we see quite a few extra pits here. Will we see the crashed car that caused this? It seems to be Daniel. Daniel's in the pit lanes. I do not know what has caused that VSC. But as we do, we should be seeing Nate diving into the pits here. Because if not now, when? There they go. Our new race leader. I clicked 2 just as Nate became second. Our new race leader is Rush. Overtaking... Oh, that's... It's definitely a route to take to not be given a blue flag infringement. Green flag, we are good to go racing. Luka is a little bit sidelined by that, but they are still just behind Nate. The gap, though, isn't the smallest. It is a couple of seconds now. If we have a look. It's not just a couple seconds, it's almost 10 seconds. I was expecting it to be about 7 from that pit difference, but I guess when that VSC raises, they just... Not bad. He retired in pits. From what I remember. No one died on track as far as I can tell. Even Daniel looked to have gotten to the pits by the time the VSC went up. Yeah, no, Theo's been on a roll with getting to Q3 now. 2 times this season. Nate is chasing down Serban. Serban, who's currently up 7 positions, but will probably need to... Might be able to hold on to it. No, I don't think he will be able to hold on to it for 15 laps. That's a bit too much of an ask. Joseph into the pits, now up into 3rd now for Serban. Technically 8 positions gain as it stands, but the tire deficit is quite large. But there's Nate showing that you can, in fact, pass on Monaco. Why weren't they doing this in real life? Serban is dropping back, but if we look here... What am I looking at? I'm not looking at the right thing, that's all I know. Theo is very close behind Cronin, once again. You know, that 3-second penalty will be a little bit stressful for both Nate and Rush. But that's what you get when you infringe those white lines, right? Although Rush is building a gap himself. He's already sort of at that 3-second mark. Will he be able to extend it a bit more before we potentially get another pit window opening up? There's Luka back into the pits, actually. That is quite confusing for me. Are they going in for seems like they may have had a puncture. I don't know how that happened. Minimaster died, and then he was resurrected. Like, I don't know, dude. I opened the game up. I joined a random lobby. 150 FPS. I then joined this shit. 15 FPS. Oh, a little bit of passing out of the pit lane from Killa. Fortunately, Theo was dropped about half a second behind, so you don't like that. Not at all. Galaxy is sniffing the buttocks of Killa. He really wants that position back. Look, man, if I host, it's gonna be 20 minutes of me asking what the fucking questions are, what the fucking settings are, because I didn't fucking save them last time. Oh, a little bit of passing behind the back markers, going side by side through the hairpin, with, oh dear, with a Red Bull stuck behind. Is that Nate? That is Nate being held up by the back markers. They are allowed to go racing, but that is not when you want to see it. Galaxy is still on the tail of Killa. Theo just went into the pits, got fresh mediums. As we look at this now, where is number 6? Is it 6? I wish it would tell me what number I'm looking for, instead of giving me their tire info. I think we're looking for... Yep, there it is, number 10. Back to Galaxy. The only people within 2 seconds of each other. Although I say that, but Theo has actually been able to make a little bit of a dent in the distance between... No, it's not Theo. It wasn't Theo. I lied. I don't know who it is. I see another gap that's less than a second. Oh, I see who it is. Getting blue flags again. You know, it's the back markers racing. I forgot because of all the DNFs how much of a difference this makes. Yeah, Slow and Steady is chasing down Justin. But there is a little bit of movement up in 5th position, chasing down the Haas of Serban, who's definitely wanting to try and keep those positions gained. That is a nice handful of positions. Coming through into start finish straight, only 3 tenths behind. Does the Haas have the power to overtake an Alpine? No. Joseph just makes it past Serban in sector 3 into sector 2 into 3. Joseph has been an absolute menace on this track, absolutely barreling through the competition in the good way. He hasn't sent anyone into the walls that I've seen. But he's not the only one trying to do so. Right behind Cronin is Lukajanov. Only 2 tenths behind, 1 tenth behind, 3 tenths behind, 4 tenths behind. I will not give a running commentary on how many tenths behind they are anymore, but it is close as we go on to a straight with overtake activated. Go looking to the inside, not enough, but this is where Luciano thrives, going side by side again, just falling a little bit behind as the door was closed on him. Ooh, a little bit of a tussle going on there. Luckily, no one was sent into the wall. Oh no. Mini Master's gonna get another penalty, I fear. He's already at 6. Let's not make it 9. But again, side by side. And Luka Janov is ever so slightly eking it out, going back onto that straight. That is very well put by him. Up into 6th. And now Corin is falling behind. Galaxy has still not been able to get that ugly ass Alpine out of his sight. But he's starting to get wave blue flags. Who is coming up behind him? No one right now, but Justin's about to be passed by Rush. Ooh, blue flags. That is not a good place to pass. He needs to wait until the start-finish straight. Justin is number 11. There goes Rush. Cadillac is unfortunately helpless to fight against the blue flags. Serban is in the pit for his final stop. What will he choose as his last tire? Comes out in 5th. He's still got position, but Luca is only a second behind, and they can 100% make up this time in 7 laps. I think we might have a little bit of a issue for Serban if he does not put up a good defense. But Serban is on the medium tires now. I'm somewhat surprised he didn't choose to go softs with holding out that long. And that is slow back in the pits. Galaxy has been losing time lap over lap against Killa. Although I'm sure both Killa and Galaxy are quite happy with their positions gained today. Yes, this is a very beautiful marina. The gap is so large that I wish I didn't see that. Unless something a little zany happens, I think these positions are kind of set. Although, things to keep in mind is that Rush has a 3-second penalty, and Eason is just sitting on the cusp of 3 seconds. Somewhere hovering around the 3.1 to 2.9 mark. Sometimes falling lower, sometimes gaining more. Nate has a 6-second time penalty and has, unfortunately, not that much to go unless Joseph were to fall back a bit more. The real question is, who will stand at the top podium? That is the question that everyone cares about, and nothing else matters. Going from interval, it is a widespread track. We have Minimaster 2 laps down, Alex and up to Justin are a lap down, and it's not too long until both Galaxy and Samurai are caught. Looking at it right now, Rush is making haste towards them. A little bit of P1 POV for a little bit. This is making me feel sick watching this in 15 FPS. Okay, that's enough winners. That's enough P1 POV. A little bit of a skirt as we come out of the chicane. Oh, Minimaster! What has happened? He is facing the wrong way. He's arrowed himself. And he's back on track. Although, unfortunately, it looks like he may have affected a little bit of racing going on between the two houses. Yes, it did. Good on him to get it back on track, though. A little bit of a bounce into the wall. But from this, the gap is... Hello, I pressed 2. There we go. Gap is still just around that 3-second mark. It will come down to the wire. Another warning for Killa. We love warnings for Killa. Who, by the way, is up to 6 seconds, as is Theo. So what is the spread between Killa and Theo? 15 seconds. Speaking of 15 seconds, there's less time between Rush and Killa than there is between Killa and Theo. Some gaps are starting to close in, but little by little. Whether or not they will be able to actually make a difference today is a big question. Although one person trying to make a difference here is Theo with his 6-second time penalty. We would need to get past Cronin and create a 6-second gap to take 7th position. Nate is driving their own race, unbothered, in their own lane. Everyone kind of is just driving their own race. Speaking of driving their own race, that's looks like Rush is able to see the back of that Haas of Galaxy. Ooh, that was a little bit sketchy from my point of view. But he held it well. Unfortunately, that may have given a little bit of extra time to Easton. It doesn't seem all that much. Maybe about a 1/10 of a second or two were lost during that. But what can you do? Minimaster has gotten another warning for corner cutting. Do I need to say more? Galaxy is closing in on Killa now. He was at 2.5 seconds a couple of laps ago, and now he's down to 1.5 seconds. He needs to put his foot fucking down right now. God, this sucks. Ooh. Bit of wheel spin coming into the start-finish straight. So he entered the final lap. He just needs to make up 0.2 of a second on rush ahead. Yeah, so for another warning for seating check limit. Yeah, there's the next penalty. Just needs to make up a little bit more time. And he knows it, and I'm sure he's hoping. Just gets a little, just within striking distance. Just staying here would be preferable to staying out. Because now he's within 3 seconds. Now he's within 3. Now he's holding. He's holding it here. Ooh. A little bit of corner cutting to avoid blue flags, I think. It all comes down to this. This is every last bit of energy. And he misses it by 0.08 of a second. Rush stays first. Joseph seems to have had a bit of a struggle on that last lap too. He was within 5 seconds. And now he's staying fourth. Serban setting a fastest lap is a very nice little button he can put on the top of his cap. Theo and Cronin are the only people racing. Can he pass before the finish line? It all in the end it's meaningless, but can he do it for the fun? For the fun times? I don't think so. He would need the whole start finish straight to do it. Comes just before, and Alex retires. What a race. Right, time to get race director up. There's quite a lot of them. Yeah, this is a lot of this is a lot of incidents. Oh dear. There we go. Hey, did anyone even try on the softs? Some people started on the softs like Sawyer. And Slow did go onto the softs himself. And then Slow went back on the softs. And Sawyer also went onto the softs. Okay. It was just the Audis who decided to try out softs. Okay. Well, I guess I should open Discord back up. Well, the question is, does anyone want to talk? Yeah, I'm up to do some interviews. I'll just be in the normal room.
Hello, contractor.
Hello, Rush. I'm sure you're happy with today's result.
Happy and sweaty.
Oh yeah,
Lord.
I think that's everyone today. Well, maybe not the happy part. I take it you were clenching a little bit at the very end.
Well, I think the last 20 laps I was just getting P1, just not getting P1.
Yeah, no, the gap I think at one point, or well, obviously you saw the crossing the finish line, but going
Yeah.
into the final corner, it was 2.8. You just
Damn.
lost him on the straight.
Damn. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah,
I got him.
like at one point during the final lap, like going into the tunnel, I think it was 2.4.
I literally I entered that tunnel saying to myself, good last sector.
I mean,
Yeah,
you definitely hit
it
it.
worked. Oh my god.
What do you think of your quality performance today?
I mean, quality was close as hell. I bottled the last lap, but I mean, I had a good start. I don't think I would have been able to do anything better.
I mean, the first lap you set in Q3 was only beat by the pole position and Nate, who
Like
came
16,000.
4,000th of a second behind pole. The
Damn.
margins there were tight.
Were there margins?
Ah,
Like, I don't think you can count that. That is a
f-
blink of an eye, and you have 5 people done.
yeah, definitely. It was quite crazy to watch Nate's final attempt. Just seeing gaining, losing, gaining, and just crossing the line at the very last second, just to see it be 4,000ths of
In
a second
between
off.
that,
But yeah, it was definitely a good race to watch. Jordan, it was Jordan, right? I'm pretty sure his name's Jordan.
don't ask me.
The
it McLaren?
McLaren, yeah. Joseph.
Um,
I think it was Joseph.
yeah, Joseph, yeah.
Yeah, he was quite easily making quite a few overtakes, showing that it can be possible.
It is, but Monaco is raceable, but
It's still
but
Monaco.
yeah, exactly.
Even if it's
Getting
raceable,
alongside
it's
each
not a
other
great
is the
track.
Getting alongside each other is the problem.
Yeah.
Once you're alongside, it's fine. After that,
Well, what what can you do aside from hope you don't send each other into the wall at the hairpin?
nearly did happen.
Yeah,
And so
I
Mr.
did
Easton
see
is
that.
getting reported. He is getting reported, but there were some questionable moments from him. And the only reason I won it was strategy. The undercut is massive.
Oh yeah, no, I saw you. Like I said, it was chicken to see who pits first.
I said, fuck it, I'm pitting first because it's the only way I think I was gonna win, which is literally
and
what happened.
you came out, I think, 5/10, half a second ahead.
Just ahead of him. Just ahead of him, yeah.
Yeah, and he had a pretty good pit window as well, but I think he was just slowed down by defending against Nate. Now that he didn't
Maybe.
have
I,
you
d-
right
I
on
don't
his
know.
ass.
I don't know how if they were racing after I pit it. I didn't really pay attention. I was just trying to get a good out lap because I
Uh,
kind of had to.
they were actually quite a bit. It was nice to see Nate get a little. What the fuck is this?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just gonna say no to that.
Just check. Right. I mean, I don't know if you saw me going for some moves. They were possible if you had the overspeed, but that's usually the only way you could do a move.
Yeah. What were your thoughts on some of the blue flags? I noticed you were a little bit helped by some people maybe not moving over when they should, and also impeded a little bit when they should have been moving.
Yes or no? Some people were a bit annoying, and then, of course, you have to work your way around the blue flags. They're annoying, but they are what they are. And then some people at the end, especially I think the last few people, I think it was Justin and Killer, they just said, go. I didn't have any problems with them.
The last two, well, you passed Justin, then it was Galaxy, and then Killa.
Yeah, those three I had no problem with them. They just
Yeah, no,
literally just
it
let me
looked
fly
a
with
little bit
ease.
risky because I was watching, I can't remember whose POV I was watching at the time, but I was staring at the minimap because you were coming up to the third, like I just, like, whenever I think of that corner, I just think of Schumacher parked up during quali. You were past, like, I was worried for Justin getting a blue flag infringement because as you were finishing, like, coming into sector 3, that's when the blue flags, I think, were starting to flash. And then he
I mean,
tried
I'm
to,
not
like,
complaining.
it looked like he was trying to let you go at that corner.
He let me go, I think, going on to the start finish straight, which worked fine for me. I mean, it's like. But he did give me overtake.
Oh, lovely.
Multiple people gave me overtake, so that
Gotta
overtake
love
definitely
a little
helped
bit
me.
of overtake.
I mean, it's useless. You have so much battery on this track. Overtake doesn't do shit.
True, and the braking zones are all quite harsh.
Huh? Huh? The amount of tires I looked up. You don't want to know my
Yeah.
tire wear on the last lap.
If only I could see. If only someone had their settings set up so I could see it.
I have
Rush?
them. You can see my name.
Nah. Nah, I can't see your shit. Nah.
What do you mean you can't see my shit?
I can't see your fuel load. I couldn't see your tire wear.
Your tire wear half the people don't show, but then they show their names.
I want to see everything.
Man, I don't care. If I'm not allowed to see tire wear, you're not either.
You could also run Racing League tools. There's nothing stopping you from doing that.
Mate, they allow me. I'm running Racing League tools to.
Yeah, so you just look at the tire wear.
Yeah, but bitch, if people don't share the telemetry, they literally
I
banned
want
me. From,
everyone
they
to share
banned me
it.
from using the tire wear on the
Project A.
Project Eternum.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cringe.
Because one guy was complaining. Yeah, he has an advantage when he sees my tire wear.
Bro,
Bitch,
it's free. It's literally 2 free programs.
You don't even need the RLT. You don't even
Oh yeah,
need
true.
that.
I just need to run it because needing to keep track of other stuff
I,
too.
I run it as well because I kind of have to because my league also uses
Oh, a little self
RLT.
promo, huh?
No. Well, it's not my league. Although the owner doesn't do shit. It's basically 3 people managing it, and then the one guy who's supposed to manage it doesn't do shit.
So anyway, now that you've fully put yourself ahead of Matt, now that he had a DNF today,
Yeah, what happened to him? Finally?
he retired in pits. I couldn't see why. Everything looked fine stats wise. I wasn't watching him because he was about 12 seconds behind someone and 5 seconds ahead of someone. Quite early on, so I think he may have had a spin that put him quite far back, and his it was quite unfortunate. His qualifying is unreasonably slow on this track compared to his other performances.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the VC with him. I heard a lot of complaining. That's all I can say. I heard a lot of complaining.
You were in
And
VC with him, but you didn't know why he DNF'd.
no, he just didn't say shit. I heard complaining, then I heard, "Ugh," and then I see a DNF, and then he just left.
Ah, fair enough.
So, no, I don't know exactly. I'll hear it probably later today, but
Yeah, so now that you are fully ahead, do you feel confident going into Suzuka? Is that a track that you prefer, or is that a track you dread?
say again, please. Suzuka.
Suzuka. Yeah,
Suzuka, mate. Jeez.
Suzuka. Suzuka.
It sounds weird. But no, Suzuka is.
Suzuka.
It's a fun track. Though I won't complain. It was arguably one of my strongest tracks on the previous cars. Let's hope I've carried that over.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. And to be honest, that's a worry for next week, not this week.
Yeah, true.
It's not. It's good. It's again going to be another later race because Silverstone.
Yeah. I'm actually quite, yeah, no, I just realized, yeah, there's no Silverstone.
No, the Silverstone in real life, which means that we're
Yeah.
not going to be at 3:30 or 2:30 again. Is
Also,
next week.
just so I'm giving advance warning to anyone watching, I'm sure Aru still has this up somewhere. I will not be casting the 12th of June Miami race.
No.
I will be with my father going to a medieval festival. And I will be in a different country, technically.
Mate, you can still commentate what you're talking about.
I wouldn't even have a computer.
Damn.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, I
These
don't...
threads for my report are going to be fun. It's going to be no room 1, no room 2, and then there's another one.
Yeah, there was quite a few no rooms. But at the same time, it's Monaco.
That's true.
There's barely enough room for one car. I feel like that's going to be a response to multiple of the verdicts is it's Monaco, there's not enough room for one of them. What do you
Yeah, but
expect?
in my opinion, that's a bullshit reason because I can show you right now. I have a clip where I'm going side by side through Monaco for an entire lap
Oh, yeah,
without
that's-
having any probable contact. That is the first report. Okay, great.
He's already starting his reports. He's starting early. Most people wait a
No.
day or wait a couple hours so they can gather all their clips. This guy, he knows
I've already gathered all
everything.
my clips.
This guy
I
knows
knew
everything.
exactly what laps. I knew exactly what laps I had to check.
Also, I'm just trying to do this just so I know I'm not like going insane. I need to turn off Racing League tools because I don't want it to what the fuck to write to the thing. But I'm gonna share on screen. I'm gonna go join a random multiplayer Grand Prix, and I'm gonna see
Oh, you-
if it fucking Austria.
You should give your opinions on my tickets.
Well, first, I just want to see if this is persistent after I join a random race. So I'm just gonna, it's on the stream. Let's see how this race looks.
I don't know if you trust that. I never trust open lobbies.
Oh, I'm just spectating. I don't play this game. This game's dog shit.
What do you mean? The 26
Nah.
cars are fun.
Yeah, no, this is running way better. Look at my stream.
Huh? But is that just when you have the overlays on, or
No, because actually, wait. I'll just display capture.
if you have RLT plus overlays?
Overlays are on. Like, it's just the lobbies that we get in for HLL. I don't know why. I knew it wasn't my fault. I knew it wasn't me. I tested this. I even got in early. I was like midway through watching the F1 race. I'm like, I need to check to see if it's going to be dog shit today. I go in, I join a random thing, I start up RLT and all that. No problems. I then go onto stream. I'm like, oh, let's get into some qualifying. Yippee! Ah, just straight fucking ass.
Straight shit quality.
Alright, when's your first report going out?
Sorry, I've already said all 3 of my reports in.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at verdicts.
Nice
Look,
one.
Look, dude. Alright, oh god, I'm gonna need to set a browser fucking tab for this. Browser capture.
Don't you just have a display capture?
Yeah, but I don't want to share all of Discord.
That's a good point.
Yo, did you just fucking shart?
I was drinking, mate.
I just... You know, like, what are you doing over there? Is that what you guys doing in mainland?
Whoa. Well, that's crazy.
Is it?
Yes.
I don't think it is.
You're the one leaving. Nah, actually, I can't say that. I can't say that on stream.
Where? What am I window capture? There we go. And select window to capture. Nearly died. Yep, that's what we're going with.
Oh, well, contractor, you want to see this beautiful notification I just got?
Oh yeah.
My private content has started following you.
Anyway, let's have a look at this. Oh.
Boys, he's gonna look at all 3 of them. Good. I hope.
Yo, I think there's something wrong with your clip, dude.
It just has to load. It's.
Oh, is that how this works?
That just means it hasn't fully loaded yet. That takes time to fully load.
Yep, so that one.
There you go.
Yo, I love the infinite cars that are walls. Alright, so that's clip 1.
It's already happened. It's literally it did happen.
Yeah, no, I saw.
Straight up.
Alright, no room 2. No, I don't have metal. Oh yeah, no, the second one is a little bit more egregious than the first one.
Yeah, you understand both reports, I assume. It's like
Yeah, and then let's. Oh yeah, no, I saw this one. The leaving. I called this one out.
Did you?
Yes. Because I was watching this and I was like, "You're going nearly 3 wide." I understand
what lap is that? It is
16.
I'm gonna go
Like
back
I understand why there's no room. However, he needs to give up a place there.
like as I say, he just goes off track and then he just says, "Yeah, okay, thank you."
Because you were 500ths of a second behind him, and then all of a sudden he's 400ths of a second away, or 4/10ths away.
And we don't go 3 wide actually. We only go 2 wide. He just locks up. He locks up, and that's what just gives him the position.
Right. Okay, let's stop ragging on him while he doesn't have his POVs up. Baby, he needed to.
Mate, he's doing another league soon. He said.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Thank you for also just so you know, Aru, I'm telling you, it ain't my fault. You saw it weren't my fault. If you're still watching, not my fault that the stream looks dookie dog ass. It's completely fine when I'm on random lobbies with the same amount of people. There was 22 people that lobby I joined. Right, I'm gonna
Blame HLO. Blame Galaxy.
Yeah, fucking